Hello and welcome to the Kyoshi Herbie Bagwell TV show. I am your host, Kyoshi Herbie Bagwell. I want to say hello to everyone behind the scenes here at the Kyoshi Herbie Bagwell TV show. I want to say hello to my wonderful Michelle and to my man Frank. They didn't sign releases, so I can't use their last name, but they know who they are. And I couldn't do it without them, so I'm not going to cry, so I'm going to move forward. This show is, of course, going to be on intermediate Kempo martial arts. We're going to start right at purple white belt, and we're going to blend right into, of course, our advanced belts in the Kempo martial arts curriculum is brown belt, brown black, red belt, and red black. Those are called advanced. So when you're talking about advanced martial arts, it's between brown belt and red black belt. Of course, some systems vary, but at Bagwell Academy of Martial Arts, we are a traditional Kempo Kai dojo. We're traditional. So black belt starts at junior black and black belt on up. Let's get started. Kempo Kai. Hey! Hands by my side. Kempo martial arts. What is it? Kempo martial arts, once again, is a combination of Taekwondo, which is, of course, Korean, and, of course, Shaolin Kempo, which is Chinese, with some Japanese influence. There's another subsidiary art called Chin-Na that I also teach within Shaolin Kempo. Whenever you get the opportunity, come on down to Bagwell Academy of Martial Arts and let me give you a nice free trial. Otherwise, let's get started. Front position, Kempo fighting stance. When you're doing any type of martial arts, you got to get to class. You got to get to class, you got to get there on time. I don't understand why some people just don't get to class, they don't get to class on time. I got to get this commercial out the way. A lot of instructors have been contacting me, wanting me to explain to them why their students don't come to class on time. I can't answer that. But at Bagwell Academy of Martial Arts, my parents know that if you are 10 to 12 minutes late, don't even come to class. Now, I realize sometimes parents are late getting off of work, and yes, there are always some exceptions, but that is my rule. Been in business now for almost 11 years, and praise God, all is well at Bagwell Academy of Martial Arts. Thank you, Jesus. Kempo fighting stance. We're going from 12A to 12B. 12A is a crane strike, grab, turn, strike. I'm attacking the elbow. Inside here, kick, kiai, aya, right over left. Cat stance in the dojo, fighting stance out in the street. That's how it works, okay? Any art requires repetition over and over and over and over and over again. You have to have repetition. Without repetition, you have no technique. There's nothing there. I don't care if you're a violinist. I don't care if you play the trombone or you play the saxophone or you play the flute, whatever. You have to have practice. Practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. Remember that, okay? The 5P principle. Go get a pen and paper. I'm going to say it twice. The 5P principle. What is it? Proper preparation prevents poor performance. You have to properly prepare yourself to prevent poor performance. That's how it works. Otherwise, you're going to set yourself up to fail and not setting yourself up to succeed or to have success, okay? Now, again, you know me, I'm always 3D. I'm going to give you 3 different dimensions of looking at this technique. 12A, crane strike. I'm blocking a straight punch or a hook. I'm grabbing, I turn. I snap, I'm attacking the elbow. Over the bicep, kick. Right over left. Cat stance in the dojo, fighting stance out in the street, okay? From a side view, hands are up. Okay, again, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm attacking the elbow, over the bicep, kick, right over left, cat stance in the dojo, fighting stance out in the street. Simple. 12B, going to the ground, okay? When I'm going to the ground, I'm going to go very slow. I'm going to actually narrate the entire move, okay? Once again, hands are up. This is advanced. This is at the end of intermediate, 12A, 12B. This is called 12A and 12B Kempo. So I'm going to block again, grab, turn that person's wrist, step forward, attack the elbow with a crane strike. I have that person by the bicep. I'm going to foot sweep that person and go to the ground. My right knee will go crashing down on their chest. My right hand's on the bicep. I'm going to slide up and snap. Then I kick right over left. Okay? Now, from this side point where you can see everything, okay? This would be 2-dimension. Again, block, grab, turn, snap. I am attacking the elbow, grabbing the person's bicep, foot sweep. I'm bringing their body into me. My right knee crashing down on that person's chest, slide up my hand, snap that person's wrist, kick right over left. Cat stance in the dojo, fighting stance out in the street. Any art that you are going to study, that you're going to take up, that you're going to learn, you have to get to class. Going to class to me is absolutely everything. You have to come to class, which is just half the battle. And of course, the other half is complete and total participation with your mind, body, and spirit. That's what it comes down to. Mind, body, and spirit. Now, the purple belt kata for Taekwondo is called, of course, Jungun. Hands by my side. Bow. Junbi. Aya. Hana. I come in slow. I'm looking to my left. Strike. My hands above my belt or my obi. Snap kick. Pressing block. Right hand over left. Strike. Snap kick. Pressing block. Double knife in the back stance. Half step, forearm strike. Excuse me. Come forward, double knife. Half step, forearm strike into a front stance. Chamber, double chamber over my obi. My obi is my belt. Double high punch, chamber, double low ki. Aya. Just going to back up a little bit. I don't want to come through your screen and it's get kind of messy. Now we got a horror movie going on. So strike right here. Take my left leg, chamber, turn into a short front stance. Okay? Double X block, right over left, looking to my left. Strike, punch, chamber, look before I strike, punch, chamber. Now I don't want to do a technique away from you, I want to do it towards you. So back into a chamber again, okay? Going to go slow. 2 forearm block. Lift, snap into a riding horse stance. This is called a back leg side kick. You have to turn your hips, people. I'm going to go slow, okay? So from here, completely turn around, side kick, 2 forearm block. Lift, snap. I'm punching to a riding horse stance. Let me just backstage a little bit. Once again, back leg, side kick, double knife in the back stance, okay, from here. When you're in that back stance, you're literally just like this. You're here. 60%, 40%, double knife. Half step, front stance, right hand shoots up from a chamber, pressing block. I come forward, double knife in a back stance. My knife hand's above my belt. Half step, left hand shoots up, pressing block. Left hand falls into the right. Looking to my left, right foot to left. Now I'm going to do some pole blocks. But I want you to see the pole block and I want you to see the ending of the kata. So I'm going to come this side, okay? Pole block 1. A pole block is designed to go right to a person's throat, extract. That's how it works. Taekwondo is also deadly too, okay? So once again, I'm here. Pole block 1, just like this into a back stance. open chamber, looking to my left, po block, kiaite, aya, paro. Right leg, right leg. Martial arts. What is martial arts? I'm glad you asked. Let's break it down. Martial is the discipline. Get in the class, come into class. Uniform is nice, belt, everything tied tight. Nothing crisscrossed in the back. The belt has to be even around the back. Some of you people cross the belt. That's an actual disrespect to the belt. Talk to your instructor. He can contact me. My hours are on my window at Bagwell Academy of Martial Arts. Contact me through my website, bagwellacademy.com. The belt should always be neat in the back, never crossed, never. It's biblical. When God crosses his hands on you, you know you're in trouble. Look it up. Fact find it. Google it. It's a fact. Now we're going to advanced martial arts. Martial is the what? Right, the discipline. The art is what you're studying. Taekwondo, Kempo, Aikido, okay, Shitsuru. It could be Judo, it could be Goju, it could be Shotokan. That's the art that you're taking. Understand what martial arts is. Martial arts isn't kickball in the dojo. Martial arts is not playing wiffle ball in the dojo. Martial arts is about pure self-defense. These white belts come in wanting to be Bruce Lee. It doesn't work that way, okay? If there's any person who doesn't have patience, I think if you look under impatient, you might see my picture in the dictionary. But I had to learn through prayer, supplication, and discipline to learn patience, okay? Because it's a part of life. It takes time to get to be ninth degree. It takes time to develop members and develop students and to develop a martial arts academy that is worthy of self-respect and respect, because it'll take care of itself. So at the end of the day, whatever art you're going to study, get to class, people, and get to class on time. I don't care if it's via Zoom nowadays or going into the school with a mask. Get to class. Let's move on. Here we go. Now we're going to go into advanced martial arts. Some people's eyes get big. Advanced. Ooh, this is going to be great. This is just the next level. You go from beginner, intermediate, advanced, black belt. Okay? Here we go. Take Kempo, height, bow. Kempo fighting stance. Now we're on red belt. 15A, 15B. Here comes what they say, all the exciting stuff. Am I sweating chocolate yet? I'm looking good here. Hands are up. 15A, left, right, up. I'm going to get to that in a second. I come over the person's body, snap the elbow, drop my right hand, right over left. Again, cat stance in the dojo, fighting stance out in the street. Now let's go over 15A. All of the moves in Tae Kempo martial arts are practical. What do you mean practical, Kyoshi Bagwell? Meaning you can use these moves right now. You don't have to wait. When I teach state troopers and, of course, city police officers or municipalities, they need techniques right now, walk-along techniques. They need all of that right now. That's how it works, okay? Hands are up. Now let's come down here to self-defense. A straight punch or a hook, it doesn't make any difference. I'm not going to do all this in the street. I'm not. This is just to get the body to move in a way of fluidity. You have to be fluid. You ever see some people dance? Whatever, I've been accused of that, but I can really dance. I really can. People are just jealous, but I can dance. So when you are being fluid, let it flow. Self-defense, straight punch or a hook. Pow, you're going to just get there. You're going to block, grab. Your palm goes in the gap between the bicep and the forearm, it goes right there. I block. I slide my hand on that person's thumb so they're going to be like this. So the more I turn that hand, the more they turn. It's simple. Block, grab, turn. See how my hands are? So the more they turn, the more I turn. I'm going to turn with them. That's how it works. Kempo martial arts. Kempo, in my humble opinion, is one of the top 3 best self-defense arts in the world. Number 1, without doubt, is that Israeli fighting technique called Krav Maga. That is some deadly stuff. I'm just humbly believing that Shaolin Kempo's in the top 3. Yeah, you know, humility prevents me from saying number 1, but Kempo is right there. Kempo is a wonderful street fighting technique, and that's what drew me towards it. So thank you, of course, Grandmaster Tim Rainer. I love you. I know you're watching my shows, so thank you, Sifu Tim Rainer, for teaching me all those years. Sensei, Grandmaster Chuck Merriman, and of course, Grandmaster Wong and Grandmaster Jones for teaching me Taekwondo and Kempo. Those 4 people, yes, trained on the shoulders of geniuses, man, and look at me now. So praise God for that. All is well. At the end of the day, that's 15A. Let's go back over red belt again. I'm going to do it from this side view because I want you to see the beauty of Kempo martial arts that I have created. Hands are up now. Now we're in the dojo. Left, right, I come up. Right from here, I come over the body. Snap, drop, aya, right over left. Simple. 15B, we're going to the ground. This is different now, okay? You always go with the flow with the body. Those that have taken Aikido know exactly what I'm talking about. True martial artists that understand by going with the flow. When you are a carpenter and you're going to cut wood or you're going to do anything with wood, the one thing you want to do is go with the grain, right? You don't want to go against the flow. You want to go with the grain, okay? Same thing with martial arts. If the person wants to commit to your right side or commit to your left side, take them there. Go right along with them. Don't fight it, okay? Go with the flow when it comes down to martial arts. Hands are up. Kempo is relaxed. Breathe in, breathe out. Kempo is nice. Left, right, up. It's the same thing, okay? They're going this way, so what you're going to do, you're going to foot sweep that way and you're going to fall onto their chest. When you fall, now we're getting into what they call break falling. Now we're getting into the ground technique. Your left elbow is going to fall on that person's chest. Thereby, the head will pop up. Now you're here. You have to switch your hips as fast as you can, but bring your forearm with you, aya, right on the person's neck. They're done. Now we lean on that person, right foot, left foot, kick, ki, aya, right over left. Simple. The techniques are practical. We can use them right now. Who likes right now? I know I love right now. I love right now. I know when I'm about to eat and I want my food right now. And that's what martial arts is all about, right now. And that's how martial arts work. But you can't get right now if you're going to be late in a minute going to class. If you're going to be, I'm running late. I know things happen, but get to class on time. Your instructor, he or she would so much appreciate you being on time. Parents who are getting off of work after 4 or 5 o'clock will appreciate getting out on class on time because of homework, dinner, hygiene, etc., 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 okay? As an instructor, I'm always asking my kids, is homework finished? Is your homework done? And you get to the, yeah, kind of, whatever. But now in this COVID era, quote unquote, homework is done while they're online. Homework is done before they even leave school. Kids are home now between the hours of 1 and 2 o'clock every single day. And some kids are doing just distance learning, so they're home all day. So there's no reason why homework should not be done, students. Remember that, okay? Now, red belt kata in Taekwondo is called warang. Warang to me is like awesome. I mean, absolutely awesome. The reason why I jumped from purple white belt to red is because I want you to see how deadly stuff actually is. Red belt, it signifies blood. If you look up warang, warang was named after a general in the Korean Army. Yes, I know my history when it comes to Taekwondo and Kempo. The reason why I chose red belt right now and I skipped over brown and brown black, because it's important for me to let you know that warang was a general. And red means blood, and he was absolutely amazing. He was imprisoned for something that he didn't even do. But while he was in prison, he went through all of his katas while they isolated him. Where everyone before him would die in isolation, he came into isolation walking. So katas, pinyons, forms, patterns, whatever you call them, are vital to your mind and your spirit. Okay? So now, brown belt kata is called teige. Because of the space of teige, it's a lot to move. Okay? And we're almost at the close of our show, so I'm going to not speed it up, but I'm going to narrate it. So stay close. Taekwondo, teige. This is brown belt. Okay? Strike, knife hand strike, chamber. Strike, knife hand strike, chamber. Double knife, fighting stance. Right kick, right punch, left punch. Left hand comes down, right hand comes over top. I'm looking to my left and I turn. Knuckles on my obi or my belt. Now you're going to look at a series of 6 outside, inside kicks, back fists, almost simultaneously, okay? 1, 2, I will not go off camera. 3, 4, 5, 6. Double knife, X block, chamber, double spear finger, knee strike, double knife. Now, I don't want to have my back to you for too long, so now my double knife is here, okay? I come forward, knife hand strike, extract in a back stance, okay? I'm going to jump up, X block, ki into a 2 forearm block. Jump up, X block, 2 forearm block, okay? Now, I'm going to do this 2 forearm block to my back to you only for a moment so you can see how we're going to end this kata. I turn from there, middle block 1. X stance, okay? From here, snap down, double knife hand block. Middle block 1, middle block 2, middle block 3, lift punch ki. Aya, baro. And shun. Brown belt to me is the beginning of going into black belt. Well, why do you say that, Kyoshi Bagwell? I'm so glad you asked, because advance means that we're starting to build a stronger foundation for you to go into the black belt division. A lot of people, some people just quit. Some people quit between white, yellow, and orange. Some quit in the intermediate. Some quit in the advance. I've seen people that were red belt and red black belt quit. You're banging on the door to black belt. Just a few more months. Earn your black belt, take a break for a little while, but then come back. Because now the obligation is to teach. Each one, teach one, right? Now, I'm going to get a little deep. I just believe that kids don't quit, parents do. Parents are the one that allow this nonsense. I don't know where this quitting spirit is coming from over the past 10, 15 years, but these little people down here get everything from these people up here. That's where they get it from. And these people up here want to yell and berate these people down here for acting like them. I could never understand that. So this quitting spirit, parents, stop. Check you before you check your children. Make sure that your behavior is not negatively bleeding off on your children. Because a quitting spirit, something gets too hard, they want to quit. It gets too hard in class, they want to quit. It gets too hard in sports, they want to quit. Now they're going to go into college, taking SATs and LSATs, they're going to law school. It gets too hard, and they want to quit. They're in a relationship that could be the love of his or her life, but things get too hard, they want to quit. So this quitting spirit's got to be erased with, you know what? It's going to be okay. It's tough for now, but I'm going to just grind it out. You grind it out day after day after day after day, and sometimes you're getting the same results. That's called the grind, and a lot of people can't do that anymore. It's really sad. Moving on from that commercial. So with just a few more minutes left, let's rehash everything. We went over our Kempos, purple white belt, 12A, 12B. Okay, we jumped from right there to red belt. I wanted to really get into why red belt was important because of the General Warang. He was named after that kata, which is a red belt kata, which means blood. I just had to get it out. I was just compelled to do it on today's show. But of course, it goes purple, white, brown, brown, black, and red. We just did the kata for Taekwondo in brown belt, which is called Taige. Now, the last one we're going to do, of course, is the combination for Tae Kempo. This is called combinations 13 and 14. This is 13, so I block up high. I grab that person's fist or their wrist, a thrust kick, ayah, land forward. Now you may ask, well, what's a thrust kick, Kyoshi? Well, I'm glad you asked. From a side point, it's much easier. Keep my hands up like this. This is a snap kick. It's very quick. Pow, when you come down. This is a front kick. Chamber kick, chamber down. Once again, chamber kick, chamber down. This is a thrust kick. When you're putting everything into it. You're putting your buttocks, your hip, your thigh, you're putting everything into it. Being retired law enforcement, we had to kick down some doors. I'm not going to kick down a door with a snap kick. I'll be in a boot for the rest of my life. I'm not going to kick down a door with a front kick. I'm not going to do that. But I can kick down a door with a thrust kick and land forward. Why? Because a thrust kick is putting everything that you own into that kick. When you kick a door, you don't kick at the hinges. You kick where? Yes, at the doorknob. That's the most vulnerable spot on that door. Absolutely it is. So in 13, combination 13 in Tae Kempo, we block, we grab, thrust kick, ki-ai, aya, land and forward. I hope you enjoy the Kyoshi Herbie Bagwell TV show. My name is Kyoshi Herbie Bagwell. Next time, we're going to start from brown belt, advance, and blend right into, of course, red and red-black. Thank you all for watching the show. For the Kyoshi Herbie Bagwell TV show, thank you and good night.